What happened today? CPI day. Uh, very easy longs off the dead zone for NQ and yellow box, especially midline for ES. Those longs worked really, really well. And then at open, we had a retest of pivot on ES and of the dead zone on NQ, which in fact filled the gap as well, which is interesting. We had aggressive push all day. 2 attempts short did not work, but that's okay. The longs really, really paid. So I know some people took advantage of shorts in between some of these zones and it worked really, really well. It's pretty straightforward. On ES, it just kept pushing. Ceiling kept revising intraday. Shorts did not work. Maybe for some scalps, but ultimately it was a trend day after this correction from CPI top retest. So that was pretty straightforward. What could he have done? Well, just take pullbacks, take longs on the pullbacks. There are people who took longs off of this pivot and the test of the high of day at or above and made some good money. And then on NQ, you could have watched this chop and then break and retest long. Now that is longing towards a high of day, but if revision of the intraday ceiling was going upwards, then you just follow it. Typically, ceiling pushes down for intraday for reversion from the top. You could have seen that using the OMM tool. All right, let's go to tomorrow, August 13th. Buyers are very, very active. Dead zone, I like that it's much smaller. Much, much smaller than what we saw 2 days ago or yesterday. But the wave 10 15-minute vector is inside at the middle. So I do expect first test support this middle. We are at peak low probability bands on the 15-minute time frame. So do I expect a little pullback? Maybe chop here or some support. And I do expect buyers to step back in. If sellers start breaking below this dead zone, this wave 7 hourly vector is going to be in the way. It's going to be there for a while in this area. So buyers are going to be looking for opportunities to catch further momentum. It's going to be a lot of effort to break through this for sellers because it's probably just going to get some breath, catch some breath, and then go again. If the sellers are get more active to try to get some of this back, during ETH, they're targeting 895 for NQ. Breaking below this hourly vector, target 865. 90% of the time, at least when these blue lines get hit, I am leaning again towards longs for tomorrow. And if sellers are more active, they'll go for this 800. But then all of this here will be supportive. 725 to 745 will be supportive. So I expect buyers, if sellers are pretty strong, to try to catch this down here for a pushback up into weekly ceiling retest. But on the upside, I do expect some pullback and then test this daily resistance. That could be ETH or RTH. And then average move from the pivot. I think that was the hourly time frame. At least 24,014. And the overnight ceiling is right above. So this LLOD means if we break this, we're going to get some aggressive move. And they're first going to target 24,040. This is very significant for long term. Target 24,094. And then at RTH, if we get that momentum after a pullback long, then at RTH, I expect for open target to be at 24,128. And then for weekday targets, 24,140. You might be thinking to yourself, man, that far? Yes, especially with this 24,080 being so close. I do have a world peace target at 24,223. That's for NQ. And for ES, this yellow box breaking above, you get to set some easy long scalps, 64.79. But if we start breaking above this, I'm expecting more float. If we get that buyer support already in ETH to hit this weekly target 6,500, this one's huge. For buyers, this is a very attractive target on ES, 6,500. So if we start getting support on these vectors here, especially the bottom of the yellow blocks plus these vectors, yeah, 6,500 is very, very comfortable for a buyer target. If we get the pullback to give us some more fuel into buyer momentum, I'm expecting buyers to make a comeback here at 64, 46, 49. 97% low of day at or below 64.50. And then we have this buyer comeback opportunity right below. So sellers, don't expect too much from sellers trying to be too aggressive. If they break past this buyer opportunity, median range 64.25, and if they're really being aggressive, they'll go for 64.24 from this 49. But this is going to be supportive again. What that's indicating to us is that there's going to be multiple buyer opportunities to step back in and pull this back up to meet that wave 20 daily thesis that we've been talking about for about a week and a half now. So I'm not expecting a lot from sellers, but the targets are here. With the wave 7 daily vector having revised upwards, that's telling us that we need to keep looking up. Support is moving up and price is moving up. So momentum is going upwards. It's very, very important to just accept. So we might get some pullbacks to get more fuel, but Wednesday target, 6,500. If buyers are getting more aggressive, they're going to face a resistive target at 65.13. They'll target this and it be resistive at the same time. And if they don't accept that, 20 to 27 is a bigger zone. But if they break through this, I have a world peace above. And it kind of lines up actually with this world peace target, 24,223. So 65.57 being a major bull market checkpoint for a possible major correction after that. But this is very important how we treat these targets here tomorrow for buyers if they are in control. Hope that helps. Study this, review it, look at yesterday's chart, review, and have a good day.